Don't keep me waiting now, 'cause all of the time it feels like we're rising up. Go easy on me now, it's all on the line. It feels like we're rising up. Don't keep me waiting now, 'cause all of the time it feels like we're rising up. Go easy on me now, it's all on the line. It feels like we're rising up.
Oh, off to a peppy start here. Oh, I forgot my light. Customer levels looking good. iRacing audio looking good. Music levels looking a little high. Let's dial those back a bit. Hello, Marco. Good morning. We had a friend stop by to drop off some Christmas gifts like 5 minutes before the stream is supposed to start, so I did not get much prep time for this, but I did a bunch of races this week and it should be fine. I think, I hate to say this at the start of the stream, especially since I say it so often, but I don't think a great result is on the cards. I kind of gained too much iRating this week. And it looks like with this, there's like very like stark pace difference between like sub 2200 and greater than 2200. Nice. Good camera, audio's okay. Yeah, we're good to go. So, anyway, yeah, there's a weird stark like drop off between these two levels of IR, and I kind of like crossed that line early in the week because I was performing so well. This is actually a very good track for me. On the plus side, I got a great setup on this car. The car feels good. I actually like Long Beach, and I tend to do like reasonably well. But I kind of, the races I did this week, I was so successful that I increased my iRating a little too much. Oops, off to a good start. Yeah, to the big leagues. Oh, that's the thing, is like for a while now I've been bouncing around between like 2,000 and 2,300. It's like, this happens, there's a few places this happens depending on like the type of racing you're doing, and well, just on the type of racing you're doing, but there'll be these cliffs where like you get to a certain point in iRacing and it's hard to get much beyond that. Like 1,800 is usually described as one. I'm finding 2,300 to be one. And you get to like certain points as you get better where it's just like, For whatever reason, at these points, the skill level of the average driver with that rating tends to go up. So that's like starkly. Oh, this is such a beautiful race. Like, for me, this is one of iRacing's better circuits. Like, it looks so good. It looks just like the real GP. Maybe it's not the most exciting circuit. You know, street circuits tend to be a little straightforward. Ooh. But between the buildings and then the coastal sections and the palm trees, it's beautiful. And if you get, like, morning or evening light like we're getting... Is this going to be a night race, I guess? I didn't really check the times. I checked the weather. But you get this nice day or evening lighting, and it just looks gorgeous, so... But I sort of, yeah, so I hit a point where I just could not lower my lap times much more this week. So, but we'll see. We're just going to try and get through our 3 hours and try not to wreck. And you can pick up a ton of places here from people just running themselves into walls. This, both the inside and the outside of that corner tend to destroy people. Same with this one. You see a lot of people hit that barrier or go wide into this wall. And sometimes it just takes your car out, so. Man, I had that corner down and then I've been struggling with it. Maybe I'm just braking too late. Barely be in the 20s. Yeah, we need our laps in the 20s, like well in the 20s. Oh, Jesus. That like, yeah, that final turn is brutal. Here, well, I'll walk you through it, I guess. Got a little coffee here. Yeah, I think I mentioned this in the description. The final hairpin is a nightmare. It can be a nightmare. I've actually haven't had any problems with it at all week, but it can be terrible. Also here in this little chute, you'll see a lot of problems. Let's just do the full lap, so. Okay, so we start the pace lap right around here on the first portion of the backstretch. And there's a few places in racing where you'll see people, well, in iRacing, where you see people line up single file for starts, and this is one of them. You see at the start of Nordschleife races, this will happen, and kind of going through the corkscrew at Laguna Seca. But here, it's so rough getting through this turn. Honestly, in the Porsche, it's hard to even get through it at all, in my opinion. It's just a very tight 180-degree turn. Onto the front stretch. So we're approaching the start-finish line here. Kind of the middle of the front stretch. And it's on this long curve, so this is all flat out, but it's like, you're not really drafting up past guys, it's tough, so. Turn one, we go over this little banking into this curve, and then around the fountain. This is maybe the most famous feature of the circuit. And you're just a lot of fun to drive through there. Then a little double right-hander again over the curbs. And onto the backstretch. guy is not moving quickly. But we're just checking out the course real quick, so. Oops. Little 90-degree left-hander. This is a very difficult corner based on how the barriers are set up. I'm gonna turn that off. Yeah. Okay, so from this point on, it's really hard to pass anyone. So this last section of the track sort of just freezes the order. You're basically not on the gas through there, and then quickly down into first gear. Oh! But that's how you make passes at this corner. Is there'll be traffic stuck on the outside. It'll get the car in front of you. They'll stop, and if you can like dive around them, that's how you make the pass. But you don't want to ever initiate a pass there yourself. It's just foolhardy and silly, but you'll definitely see people doing it over the course of the race. We're literally about to start our race here. Little punt to pass. I think he was stopping his car to let me by, but it's not a good place to slow your car down. The exit of a turn. Try to be a little more careful of that during the race. Yeah, I think there's going to be a night race, maybe? Okay, so the trouble spots are the one we just passed, the hairpin, just because people will make foolish moves. Just, experience has taught me just to be super careful at that corner. I guess maybe people don't have that experience. There's our race. Well, before we join, so this is another real trouble spot coming out of this turn. You'll see, especially the McLarens spinning as they got on the gas incorrectly or go too deep into the corner. We didn't really set any great laps there, but just a little bit of a warm-up. We did plenty of driving this week, so we should be fine. You can't even really see it, but I got a little wheel hanger here for the new rim. Just kind of wondering how it would look on stream, but essentially no effect. Yeah. So in a race this long, if you don't start at the front, it's going to be tough to avoid getting lapped. There's some ridiculously fast drivers on this circuit, just like every circuit. But we're going to kind of see where we get placed, strength of field wise, and then, all right, let's take a look. Oh, see, so we get to use our self-selected numbers, so it's hard. I can't tell exactly where we'd be ranked. We'll have to wait until we get a grid order, a preliminary grid order. 20th, I guess, out of like 50. So we'll see. It could be worse. Oh, some warm up. Okay. Yeah, we just joined our session. Yeah, you're up to date. Joining quali now. So standard quali session, 8 minutes. We get 2 laps. And it's just in. Let's see if it registers one of the names at the top of this list. It's all team names, so I won't be able to see the drivers till we're in the race, really. I don't know those guys. Let's give it a shot. Maybe I should be doing these with a partner. 3 hours is kind of a lot. But, oh well. A little late to take that under consideration now. That was good. No. Oh, what a time to spin. Oh, that was going to be a PB too. Okay. I wonder if I should just... No. The tire's already warm, so let's take our second lap. What a shame. What a weird place to spin. Lost a ton of time in the third sector, but it's still going to be a good lap. Close to a PB even. In fact, it is a PB, so can't complain about that, right? Now I should have been able to push much closer to low 19s there, but like it seems greedy to complain, right? But you can see, I think the takeaway there is the takeaway there is that third sector, or that final sector, the fourth sector actually is tricky. Lost a ton of time there, yeah, almost 3/10. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was a good lap. So the second lap is going to be like your tires have warmed up enough then that there's really a difference. It's much easier to set a fast lap on the second lap. So, but look at this brutal placement, 31st out of exactly 50. So rough split. I think you can see how quick some of these guys are at the front. I've seen dudes almost into the 17s. I would say 18 flat is basically the floor. But that's like, I'm not getting near that time. I haven't, where you can see my PB is, or my optimal's 19.1, which is great. It's great. I've really improved my times here all week. I wish I was closer to the front because this is going to be kind of a mess. It's almost worth starting from the pits. This track is so bad. Like you'll see in the first turn, there's going to be a wreck. So I may just get jacked up completely. You know, what can you do about it? How much time do we have? Minute 30. Oh, back in this. Request. Let's all try to take it easy on the first lap. No rocks. Good luck with that, bud. Good luck with that, bud. I wish we could do single file, but the reality is by the time you get back to P30, like, that rule never gets respected to that some point, or to that point. Like, there's guys that just don't understand. Taking tires, taking the tear off. I guess. So this should be an exciting one. Usually like the first 5 or 6 guys will make it through single file, then it just completely breaks down, either because people just start ignoring it or there's just a wreck. Here we go. 112. Jesus, nearly 50 laps till we get a pit stop. Already sweating through my pits here, probably. More than likely. We'll see. Good luck. Yeah, we will see. At least low expectations from the jump. Man, jumping right into this one. Like, I did a lot of prep this week, not much this morning. Whoa. If they want to go single file, I'm into that. I will totally do that. I mean, I should be behind the 29, but whatever. Oh, okay. We're not doing that, I guess? Okay.
$1 says car 20 ends up in the wall in turn 1.
$1. I will not take that bet.
I picked before the start.
I mean, if they want to do single file, I'll do that. I don't have a problem with that at all. Oh, they're like 3 wide up ahead. Don't try to race to the front. Don't do it.
You were right, Bobo.
Yep. Car's sideways behind me. Like... This dude was in P36 and he thought it was appropriate for him to dive around like 10 cars. Like, we're not all stopped here just because we didn't think to go. Like, we saw the green light. You know, we saw the green flag, but it's just like there's cars stacked up in this turn. This guy's super slow also. I did my best to be patient though, and I think it paid off. I didn't get spun. Or hit. My nerves are pumping though, man. I gotta take a second to just calm down, get my bearings. I think I sacrificed some positions at the start there by taking that really wide turn, but better than getting hit. It's like a real crapshoot who's gonna get turned, you know what I mean? Marco Haka, I do not like this guy. Let's see where that puts us. 31. Kind of garbage. Not far up, yeah. Snapped there. Jesus, these times. 145, that's brutal. There we go. Into the 120s. You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. You've got to be fucking... You've got to be kidding me. I think it's pretty serious, too. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The car was driving fine. I have no idea what happened. Let's see if I can get some kind of normal operation out of this thing, or if we're just gonna have to pit. At least 2 minutes of damage, I think. Awesome. Awesome start.
Was auf der Harmonika-Effekt gehört.
Okay, so the car actually might still be kind of manageable here. Let's just keep going. And everyone seems to be taking it really easy in this race. Oh, you know what I forgot? As always, the clock. Off by 9 minutes. I can probably get it set up though. We'll just be a little bit inaccurate. Maybe just focus on driving. Okay, you know what? Focus on the car. Sorry, might not be a clock this race, guys. I don't have like a long enough straight to get it set up.
Fucking
Oh,
idiot.
Marcus is mad. So a troubling sign that we don't have any, we haven't picked up a single spot yet, because normally you get a lot of people wrecking out in the early parts of this race. So if they aren't, we might be in a little trouble, but,
Stupid idiot.
oof, Marcus, not happy.
You cannot drive.
Is he out of the race, or is he just yelling this as he's driving? Yeah, we gotta improve that. Careful here. Someone gets spun. Hard to say. Just look a little bunched in front of us, but nope. That was so dumb. Did I even really get hurt? Did I lose a bumper? Man, this race requires full concentration. I have just not been giving it. I played with going to the runoff there. I wonder if that would have been the better move. Jeez. God, I would really love an exterior view of the car right now. Finally picked up a place.
Okay.
Sounds like a lot of Germans in this race, Marco. Right now the chat is covered too, so. Give me a second before I can get that fixed. Okay, got our broken car into a nice rhythm here. Six tenths. That's like typically about as close as you're ever going to be to a car coming out of that turn, so good place to be here. Well in the draft. Let's save a little fuel, I think. Got 35 more laps on this stint. Oof. When you get into point 3.4 behind a car, that's actually getting into passing territory where you can look to draft by him. Going into turn 1. Now in this case, he's got the slipstream from the car in front, so maybe not a great idea. It's good to know I'm kind of got a little speed through that last corner, and might be an option later on, at least on one of these guys. This is slow, though we really need the front car in this group to pick up the pace. Oh, I got a broken car right there. Oh, he got a little loose there. See if I can get him to go deep. Not even close. There's like no threat from the cars behind us. Are there even cars behind us? Like, oh, you can see the Corvette trying to go for a move up there. Oh, I didn't even realize you could get a slowdown there. Easy enough to get rid of, though. Jeez, I almost went into the wall. Yeah, oh my god, these lap times are brutal. Look at that gap to the group in front. Yeah, we've got to get around this guy. Even with our broken car, we're so much faster than this. 128, not good. Yeah, we're just stuck, man. tried to get on the throttle a little early there to try and stay with him, but it's not much you can do. It's just such a slow corner. Like, you can try and throw it up the inside, but that's just almost always that's going to result in one or both cars getting turned. Like, it's just silly, you know? So, like, you want to try something, but that just literally never works, so. Yeah, that corner's really been my kryptonite. Now I'm really close enough to attempt to pass here, bro. Oh, that's gonna just slow down, I think. No, yeah, weird. Now, see, with him out of the draft of the cars in front, this is when we can start thinking about a pass. I think he's at the limit of his pace. If I can get him to push too much, he's just going to wreck, so. If I was this guy, I would honestly let me go by and try and draft off me to save some fuel and maybe catch back up with the guys in front. I don't know. There's not a lot of race IQ out there, I guess. Like, as though I have a high one, but picked up a thing or two in my day, you know? Whoa. Got on the marbles or something there. Let's take it easy on the tires here for a minute. throw it over the curbs. No, not again. Jesus Christ! What's happening, man? Why do I keep blowing that corner? 3 times, same corner. Contact fell pretty hard there, but I didn't even get like a damage warning, so I don't know. Guess we're fine. Oh, someone finally wrecked. Well, you can't say they didn't warn us. I'm just struggling with that corner. Guess I have some room to run here. Rebuild that gap to the car behind. Alice with damage, possibly? It's a little early to be going in.
Hey, Casper, I'm gonna pit.
Man, this is a grinding race, Uncle Fari. Sorry I haven't had time to look at the chat so much. Get a little bit of draft here, maybe. Be corny, man. Just drive. Jesus, I'm on this gentleman's bumper. This is when you wish you had push to pass or DRS or something. Just break normal sauce into the corner, bro. I just cannot get close enough. Oh, God, look how much the guy behind us got up. It was like a new guy, too, so I don't know what the deal is. Classic DRS train here. Looked like you had a bit of a slide in that corner, but so did I, just coming out of it. It is so hard to, like, maximize your exit there. Uh-oh. Oh, whatever it was. Yellow flag is gone now. Wow. Hey, top half. Whoa. Almost took that one right into the wall. I haven't done a ton of practice with saving on this track, so I'm not exactly sure how those braking points work. I feel like I'm having real trouble getting rotation into a corner, so... Might have clipped the wall there. The guy behind. Guy behind me thinks he's got the juice. I'm showing his nose. Alright, 10 laps at the line. Hey, lights just came on. Man, I could really use some new tires. I got pit? Interesting choice. I guess you could. I guess that's one way to do this. We're at about an hour. We have plenty of fuel, so... The undercut has been extremely powerful. Excuse me, the overcut has been extremely powerful this week. But with these guys in front, like, I don't know. Maybe if I could get it into the pits early, I could get by him? Guy behind me definitely thought so, so... It's time to start thinking about it for sure. So if you guys are going in, I don't know if that's the meta. I honestly have no idea. Yeah, that was a slow lap. Jesus. That dude's car is jacked. Desperately trying to get it back to the pits, I imagine. Okay. I want new rubber. I'm just tired of being in that line, so we're going to try this. How much time do we have? 2 hours, basically. Okay. Actually, the car looks okay. Car looks crispy, frankly. It looks fine, so probably some... Maybe still some wheel damage, probably. I didn't actually see, what was it, 2 minutes still? Of damage. Yeah, see, we're gonna lose some positions there. Crap, right back in line. Oh no, I'm gonna get black flagged. Yep. Well, my mistake for getting greedy, now I'm really boned. Oh well. And the pit strategy did not work at all. I'm in like worse traffic than ever. You know, screw all you guys. Just because I pitted early. Oh, it's just a drive-through anyway, so I don't actually even have to change my settings. Okay, well, I'm just gonna do it, I guess. Car feels better with the little bit of repairs they did. That's nice. Black flag, man. Stupid, man. Pit lane mistakes. It was just a little dark, and I was eyeballing that car behind me, so... Whoa, whoa! Did you see that? That was nuts. Yeah, no doubt. This is such a long pit lane. This is brutal. But, man, this race got crazy. Like, people sort of were good for the first stint. And then it looks like they kind of just went nuts. Let's turn the ABS back up. Yeah, it's going to be rough. We're like legitimately way at the back of the pack now, but oh well. Proper pit lane exit. Jeez, the penalties are brutal for tiny mistakes though. It's going to be tough to fight our way back into top half, but we'll give it a shot. Man, I put in some work in that first stint, but it just sucked being trapped behind those guys. Maybe I can make up some of this time. I don't know. Pit lane delta is like 25 seconds, I think, just from going down the lane. So that's the amount of time we lost. God, the car feels so much better than the first stint. This is great. Everyone around me has lapped me. That's just super. Based on like our placement in the stint and qualifying and everything, honestly, the only goal I have is not even IR, not even SR, just to drive the race. So it's kind of just fun being here. Oh god, yeah, that whatever little damage they repaired, man, it feels fantastic. Maybe it was just putting on a bumper. I'm not sure if I was missing one. I'll have to go back and look at the tape after this. Brutal, man. I would be fighting with this guy right in front of me. Like, he was directly in front of me on track before. But... So, the pit strategy did not work out very well. The early pit, but I don't know, I had to try something. Like, I was stuck behind those guys. Like, you could see I was losing time every time I came to the hairpin. Man, this is gonna be awesome in full dark. Like, it looks cool now at the sunset, but when it's fully night, this is great timing for this race. I didn't realize this was gonna be a dusk to night race. There's nothing this game loves more than to tell you the leader's pitting. Okay, an hour 55 and we're in P28. Could be worse. Thought that black flag was going to be way more fatal than that, so. I wonder if everyone behind us is just wrecked out. Oh, we'll pick up another spot here. Nice. There's all those wrecks that we saw during our weird pit cycle laps, in out laps. Oops. I should have let that guy by. I thought the guy on my lap was in front, and this P3 was... Back to 25. How is that possible? But there we are. Is that another 21 now, but a high 20? Man, I can't turn. Weird. Overheated the tires, I guess. Alright, let's take it easy here real quick. Melanie Going, that's an Australian name if I've ever heard one.
Did 1 second?
Great. Oh, it's this guy somehow. Oh, I was so close. If only Melanie hadn't slowed me down. Oh, I'm totally getting by him. I had to do it. I had to do it. I could not spend another stint trap behind that guy. How did I not lose even with the friggin' black flag? How am I still behind him? Or, I mean, right behind him. Like, I should have lost, like, tons of positions. I think it just shows how slow he is. Oh, I'm so glad I pulled that move. That was janky. That was, like, pretty dirty, but... I regret nothing. What if he started fuel saving after I went in? Like, I don't... What would be the point? Okay, so Melanie might have been a little bit slow just because of cold tires. They seem plenty quick now, so... Bro, I got 4 seconds on Mika. Think about where I'd be right now if I had had clean air on that first. I was really getting slowed up. That clock on the screen isn't quite right, but I think it's within like 5 minutes, so. Probably more like 3 minutes, frankly. It's pretty close. So. Oh, that guy was in front of me. Oh, Marco got... So that wasn't intentional, huh? I wonder if he wrecked or just bad internet. Oh, no. Terrible, terrible. Got a little too far outside and hit the marbles there. So this new debris update. So far, we talked about it a little bit when I was doing the BMW event at Oschersleben. Assuming I'm pronouncing that right. And there's all that dust and smoke. Like that particle matter is having an effect on the race, like it's sitting on the track. Oh no, again. Okay, let's calm down a little bit. And if you get out onto it, it like really pushes you wide in some corners. Yeah, I've really overheated my tires or something. The fast laps are going to be during the day too, so that'll really hurt me. Everyone's going a bit slower at night. It's all right. Man, that lap car is really trying hard to get around Melanie up there. It's P37, so I think just relax, man. Oh, again with the marbles. Not quite as bad that time. I'm not pronouncing correctly. Yeah, I didn't think I was anywhere close, but I gotta look up like pronunciation website. I hate that. I hate to be like disrespectful of other languages and how pronunciation works. Like, it's not that hard to get close, although sometimes accents make it a challenge regardless. Ah, I just saw it. I saw it in Discord. Man, my tires do not feel great. Look how hot they are already. It's like I thought at night it would be less of an issue, but it's like worse. Oh, I gotta play that after the stream. Maybe when I have some time. Play it on stream, I mean. It's really funny. So debris is not quite as big an issue here because obviously there's no gravel traps like just city streets, but definitely marbles in the runoffs are like extreme. Yeah, my night laps haven't been good. Man, I just cannot get through that corner. Like a second 38 I've already lost on my fast lap. Oh no! Oh, what a disaster. Get on the gas, get on the gas. Oh, Jesus. Idiot move. Because of the way, should have been more heads up for that. Because of the way the controller turns at that corner. Jeez, I lost so much time there. Like, you're turning it all the way over, so my thumbs are always accidentally brushing against some buttons on that. One of those is the pit limiter, which hasn't been a big issue, but I just hit it there. That cost me a ton of time. 2 seconds? Jesus. See if we can get some of that time back. Oops. No 0x for that, I guess. Hopefully no damage. Really nothing beyond the original damage. So, cool. Melody's losing some pace up there. Wow, that was a nice corner. Just the visual markers are a little bit different here at night. It's really throwing me off. The lap times are good though. I'm pretty pleased. I'm in low 20s. Not that one, but you know the others. Some of the other laps have been okay. I mean, if I was Melody, I would just let this guy by. Seems pretty clearly faster, but people are weird. This isn't like earlier when it was a pit stop cycle thing when I was whining. When I was whining kind of unfairly, the guys wanted me to blue flag. When it was just differences in the pit cycle. In this case, this dude is a lap down. Like Melody's losing nothing by letting this person through. Oh, sucks for you. Oh, that's a position. No, it's not, I guess? Bummer. Yeah. It was P29. why are you trying to shake the draft, man? I'm not. We're not even on the same lap. Like. Are you gonna let me by, or what's the? You can flash all you want, but... Oh, Jesus, dude. See what happened to Melanie? Missed the breaking point entirely. Jesus, 23 laps left. It's going to give us a lot of flexibility with that last pit stop. Driving these empty streets in pitch black is a very synthwave vibe to this race. Yeah, I gotta look what happened to Melanie later, but it looked like they, looked like they did kind of what I've been doing, like went in too hot on turn 1, and, did decide to go to the right into the big runoff area, but it looked like they were going too fast and still hit the wall, like, that car looked mangled. I can't believe how good things are looking considering the drive-through penalty we got. God, I'm so glad that wasn't a 40-second stop and hold like the like in GT4. Cost us a good 25 seconds easy, but man, we're like 14 seconds behind a guy we were 3 seconds behind going into the pit stop. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. Like everyone else got slowed. Everyone else got penalties. I don't really know. There was a bunch of wrecks, obviously. We saw those. We drove by them, but oh, got automatic wipers going on. I gotta turn that off. I gotta uncheck that option. Light scrape with the wall. Oh, that was a good corner. Felt really good. That was a lap for the Toad, I think. Man, it would be hard to push for like low 19s in the darkness. The references just aren't there. Like that corner, you can't see the bollard to the right. And it's possible to turn too tight and hit it and spin yourself. Like, that's a real danger. "17 laps, Christ." Going a little too far right there, but doesn't seem to be causing me too many problems. Oh, it hit the wall there. You can hear the crunches, but it's not bad enough to trigger contact penalties. Probably what's happening is the vinyl wrap's getting scuffed, but the car itself is fine, performance-wise. I think we're in 18th now? Man, really slowly picking those positions up, huh? Gaining on P2 also. Man, I get the feeling if I had qualified better, I could have been looking at a really nice result in this race. But, I mean, you saw the lap I set. Just haven't been able to drive much quicker than that, so... feel like everyone's been a bit slowed down by the night stints, but I've developed enough feel for the circuit that it's not bothering me too much. I'm actually gaining on pretty much everyone. Oh, this is great though, man. Solo driving in the middle of the night. No one around me. That first day was stressful. My car kept getting beat up. So Long Beach is a major race event if you're a resident of Southern California. It's really like right in the heart of the commercial district. Downtown is like the busiest part of the city. It is a gorgeous location, as this race is kind of making evident. But it's super big deal for people in LA and San Diego. Kenny, who is my teammate, lives in Long Beach, and he's tried to get by that guy. Lives in Long Beach, and he takes the event very seriously, the real world GP and the iRacing events. And anyone that lives up in LA or in Orange County or whatever, like, yeah, the event is a big deal. So. So we'll see where we're at the hour mark. This might be a decent lap. Yeah, that's pretty good. Kind of lock the wheels there a little bit, jeez. Triggered the ABS or something. Well, I got the wheels kind of hot earlier, but I've sort of kept them at that temperature, so they've been performing pretty consistently, so that's good at least. So you can see here that the next in is basically, I think a full fuel load is 112 liters, so it's, we're going to need almost that. Almost all of that to make it to the end. So we'll definitely take tires on that pit stop. Good laps, man. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and just run this tank out, frankly. Almost into the wall. Almost into the wall again, jeez. Man, I'm just in no man's land, huh? This will be a good lap. Excellent. Terrible, terrible corner. Who do we got? It's going to be out of the hairpin, I think. Is it? What am I doing? Screwing with this poor guy, hitting all the wrong buttons. Covering every button except the one I want. There we go. Hey, buddy. Cosman's in a good mood. Yeah, I lost a second on P17. That sucks. This guy behind me might actually be faster than me or on fresher tires. I'd be happy to let him by if he catches up. See what he does on the next lap. Look how that gap we've got to the lapper behind. I think we're in a pretty safe spot position-wise, so. Just a question, I guess, if he wants to get by. Jeez. Car wanted to go around there. We're into P17. Interesting. I think it's going to be 4 laps at the line. And we're using all these. I guess that triggers at 10 liters, maybe? Oh. Got enraged dogs in the background. Oh man, yeah, someone wrecked right there, I think. Sorry, Glenler. My tire situation is pretty dire, so. I'm sorry, I can't get the door. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry, I can't get the door. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I have headphones on. I can barely hear you. I don't know. Hope it wasn't a package or something. Honestly, the real world interruptions to my streaming. Beautiful. All right, last lap of this stint. Well, I think we added 0 damage to the car in this stint, so we'll just be whatever we were at the end of that pit stop. I'm just gonna let autofill do the job here, or auto calculator, whatever they call it. Auto fuel. Thank you. Thank you, me. Have I seriously not mapped the pit button to this car? Well, it shouldn't be an issue. We got a minute 30. Is that? Oh, it's a package! Oh my god! This drama's playing out, man. I'm so focused on the race. Still on the jacks. Yeah, barely any of this damage is gonna get fixed. I hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're enjoying it, Marco. If nothing else. Oh, not bad actually. I wonder what's still damaged and how much of it that's going to get repaired. You know what I mean? Fortunately, it's fastest to just sort of drive through the other cars in the pit stalls. Okay, so we'll lose a couple spots and I guess be P18 when we come out. It's possible a couple people still need to pit though, so let's hope for that. Oh, so many marbles right there. Oh, that sucked. This is P17 behind us, so we need to stay in front of them. Slow them down as much as we can. Or P16, or whoever was in front of us at the start of that pit cycle. Whatever our actual position really is. Wow, he is right behind us. Well, let's get our tires warmed up and see if it's possible to build a gap, maybe. He's got to pit pretty soon, I think, within 5 laps, say. We didn't pit that early on the first cycle, you know. Yeah, I think the bulk of that damage just literally came from that first hit into the wall. We've just been slowly working that off the entire race. Subsequent hits did almost nothing, I think. I don't even think they got called out. Like, crew chief's like, it's normal. A bumper pool. Everyone's going to have to start going in pretty soon, so. Multiple leaders. You're going to hear that warning more than once. We want to get out of the draft of the car behind us and into the draft of the car in front. Oh, did you go in? There it is. Good. That's still the old wheel damage. But it looked so clean in the pits. It looked like so minor. And honestly, my times, I'm in the 19s. Like, if I'm losing seconds, it's tenths a lap at most. Tenths that I'm barely even noticing, so. I swear this dude in front of me is going to pit at some point. Oh, here we go. Well, there's our P17 back. Are we going to get Timo also? Yeah. Oh yeah, firmly in the draft. That's beautiful. Up to 16, okay. Wow. I think I'm going into the corners a little hotter because I'm behind someone. Was behind someone. That corner is so gnarly, man, every time. I've only done that 97 times, my poor elbows. So maybe this guy doesn't have to pit? I'm not sure what the deal is. Man, if I might have been closer. Of course, and they were going in anyway. Well, I think no additional damage. Although, man, I'm just beating the hell out of this car. Really testing the Acura's durability. At the end of the day, I've been faster just driving by myself, so this is a better place to be. I like that the nearest person on my lap is 10 seconds behind me. That's awesome. Jeez, where is the next person in front of me? There's like no one. Lap traffic, hilarious. Man, up to P15, I'm pretty stoked with that, realistically. Oh, I just bounce off the wall. Man, I'm gonna see blue flags here. Man, passing is hard here in the daylight, but at night it just appears to be just non-existent. The pace drops off quite a bit. I don't think I've heard anyone call out like a fastest lap since like the first 10 laps of the race, so I think it's been beaten. We got quite a bit of time to go here, so let's see how it plays out. Quarter of the race maybe, roughly, a little bit less. It was really nice of that guy just parked there at the end of pit lane to wait for me to pass. Oh, there we go. Almost ran right into that wall. Kind of a silly point at the race at which to total my car, right? Not fighting with anyone. I was gonna say if I had to do it over, I would have hit it a couple laps earlier. I think maybe I had those to give, but now that I think about it, I think I was kind of at the maximum I could do without saving us as early as I could go in without having to save. And I'm not fast enough on this circuit to do a lot of saving, so. Callum here is pretty quick. Once he gets up to speed, I might just let him by. Cold tires are really an issue here. Like, your first couple laps do not feel great. Yeah, the dude's ranked 5th, potentially in the lobby. Probably not quite that high, but close. So, let's see. Let's see how it plays out. Oh yeah, that's totally, dude's totally quicker than me. We have a big gap behind him too, so we have time to play. Where should I do it? I don't... Maybe I should be thinking about trying to go a little quicker. There's just no one on my lap anywhere near me. Yeah, 26 is kind of what I'm capable of at this point for whatever reason. Oh, into the wall he goes. Did you keep the pace up? Let's see what he got. In 10 seconds of the car behind. 13 to the car in front. Yikes. Whoa, hey now. Oh, you gotta let me by, dude. Your car is jacked. Oof, that might have really damaged the car. Nope, nothing yet. Well, I didn't get a warning, but it doesn't feel great. Honestly, I just need to keep it even because I'm in a pretty big envelope here between the car in front and the car behind. You know what I mean? It's really meaningless if Daniel Payas directly behind me passes me. So. Oof, yeah, you can kind of see the steering wheel's bent. I can't decide for sure, but we'll just see how the car feels. Play it by ear. Half an hour left, jeez. Yeah, it's definitely got some damage. Got some fresh steering damage. Jeez. We've had a bunch of those this last stint, but it's all been guys a lap down on us, so. Well. Hey, we're at the P14. Someone in front of us crashed out. Or something. Must have been that guy. Jacob Tinkle. He was already behind us, though. You know, throwing yourself over the curb like that is not the fastest way through the corner, but it's a good substitute for doing it correctly. Well, this has been great. My pace has been good. I've always worked myself away from the cars behind me and into these nice gaps, so that's a nice way to run Long Beach. It's worked for me in terms of picking up positions. So the race has been like comfortable. First, you can actually kind of see the difference with that first stint where I was running in that four-man line and just passing one car is maybe possible, but passing four, like if you try and enforce that, you're going to wreck before you get to the end of that line. So it's like, it's really tough. Your passing is really tough at this circuit. But in the situations where I've been by myself, I've been able to run good laps, get myself away from traffic, out of trouble. Work into the draft, like behind this guy right now. I'm getting a little bit of draft. I'd like to be a little bit closer, but get a bit of a slide out of that corner. 2/10. Yeah, so now we're firmly in the draft and we can stay here. And at this point, it's not like we need the fuel. I think we have plenty. But it makes it so you can drive the car a little bit more smoothly and comfortably. You don't have to push. With the damage on the car, that's kind of what we need right now. So, damn, that's a shame. I wish I'd kept it. It's just been someone hitting the wall. Look at that. We had Daniel Payas like a second behind us. Now he's back to 3.7. So good pace, man. Another 23. So ideally, I would be doing 19s. Hopefully, it's someday I can work myself to that point. But good laps here are like between 20 and 20.5. And man, I've just been consistently there this stint. That's where races this week really paid off. I had a couple of those, they're like 30 lap races. I had a couple of those where you could just see, aside from pit laps and maybe like a couple laps with passes or whatever that were in the 21s, everything was just 120 with a few 19s. All right, let's focus. Last 20 minutes of the race. So many marbles are on the inside of that turn. So what normally happens, you see a lot of situations like Callum just had where they bounce off of that wall or one of the others. and they slow down, you get an easy pass. But what happens is normally, that since when the races are shorter, everyone's on the same lap. So you see a lot of that action, and a certain sort of insanity takes over. Where people are just see free positions, man, and just go crazy. And so you'll have a situation like that that's like, okay, you wrecked, and the guy's passed by, and me and this guy in front drove by him easily, right? But instead, everyone is trying to make that pass behind too, and he's trying to stay in the race. And the accidents just compound. I saw a couple amazing ones this week that I actually kind of wish I'd recorded. Because it was like basic fender benders or just going deep into the barrier or something turn into like 6-car pileups. Man, his car is jacked, I think. He hit the wall hard. Wow, we're that close to P13. Wow. Oh, that's him. Oh, he's in. Wow, there's 2 of them. We split the difference. I didn't even see that guy on the left. Oh, that is a German. Sorry, man. Your countryman went nose first into the wall there, Kolfari. Daniel, I don't know how to pronounce that character. I'm familiar with it, but I don't know how you even say it. That was crazy. I came real close to wrecking there. There was one guy to the right and one to the left. Like someone must have been trying to pass and obviously was unsuccessful. I bet he got the warning that I was closing on him, that the car behind was closing on him. What if that contributed to the wreck? So I'll tell you, when I hear that, I don't like it. Got Callum Lux behind me, my boy. That was the dude that waited on pit exit so we could pass. That was nice of him. And then we subsequently let him by when he was up to pace. I'll tell you, man, you work with people on track and it pays dividends. This guy behind me, I've kind of been driving around, but we've always been on different laps. So look at him weave. Bro, I don't even know if I would try and pass you if I did catch you. I got nothing to do in front of you. Whoa. Big slide, man. Jeez, what happened there? It's like the brakes just stayed depressed. 8 extras from wall hits, dude. That's crazy. None of that is from off tracks or hitting another car. Look, there are off tracks on this track. Yeah, I think that actually knocked my steering straight. Got 16 minutes left. We have 16 laps of fuel, so we're definitely, our fuel number is more than cleared. Cleared by quite a bit, in fact. Probably a lap or two. Yeah, my steering doesn't feel great. And like, I think the front spoiler might be jacked now. It's like it's hitting the curb when I go over it. Man, who's Pierre Brand? That dude is just catching us like an absolute demon. Yeah, that should be fine. Even with the additional damage, we're still in our window, man. 120 to 125. Ooh, that was a hard hit, Callum. Sort of want him to pass again, but he keeps bouncing off the walls. If we can get it together on this turn. Nope. Yeah, Pierre Brand is almost on us. Daniel, we just absolutely dusted, so nothing to worry about there. Oh, almost spun it. About 12 minutes left. Oh, and the 19s, nice. Even with the damage, well, I mean, I feel great in this car, so. Oh, got on the brakes a little early there. This steering is feeling real janky here. Not terrible, but just not perfect. Clearly imperfect. I noted how I was like earlier that it felt like one of the later hits had fixed the bend in the steering from the previous hit. I think it's almost more like there's a moderate bend to the right and then a much more minor bend to the left. So it's like the worst of both worlds. I think there's a small chance that I'm on the lead lap right now? I guess not. I guess not. Just don't close me out into the wall, Callum, and we're good. Oh, that's going to be a slowdown, but yeah. Oh, for God's sakes. There it is. Don't know what that guy's deal was, but I'm through. Callum just wasn't having it there. Yeah, I'm already a lap down, so it doesn't really matter if I let the leader by. That guy probably just found a way to do 119s all race, so. Please don't spin me. You're Mr. Wreck, dude. Yeah, he's going into the pits. Yeah, this track is like it puts a ton of minor damage on cars. You can see the dude in front of me, like his front and side are all bashed up. The performance effects are probably pretty minor, like me. My car's pretty beat up, but it's driving okay. Yeah, look at those sparks, man. He's just handballing. I have to admit, I would like to not get lapped again if that's realistic. Although P13, man, nice. I'm like finishing in the top quartile in these events, which is already feels pretty good. Wasn't sure if I expected that. Dude is like, he's trying to run quali laps up there. Like, what's the point? He's gonna wreck his car. I think we got about 4 or 5 laps left. That's my fastest lap of the session. Hell yeah! In my broken car. Callum, you are killing me, man. Like, you gotta take it easy up there. The steering must just be racked. He is, like, all over the place. The sparks are kind of a nice effect, though. Adding some atmosphere to the stream. Man, where would 25 seconds ahead have put us? Top 10, god damn it. These penalties, man. Two laps, maybe 3 left. I think we're gonna do it. Probably white flag. Next lap. Callum really wants me in front of me. Like, it's fine, I guess. Just having to drive the car pretty hard to do it, but it honestly doesn't bother me. My lap times are fine. So. another 19.9. I'm moving, dude. No one here is on the same lap. So that means this is the last lap for the leader? Yeah, he's about to finish the race. That dude's just about to wreck up ahead. Yeah, like that's the type of stupid crap you do when you try to stay ahead of people that are faster than you, and you don't even need to. Oh, that is a real shame, man. Look at that. Look at those names I could have got if I hadn't screwed up of my own volition. Momentum. No, what does he say? That's the same thing I said, except I used the word momentum. I hadn't screwed up on my own momentum. I guess that actually doesn't work in this case. Here we go, though. Heading to the finish line. Look at that with that P13. I got no complaints. That's a good result. Stuff I could have done better. No question about that, but that's a good result. Fast laps, plenty of 19s. Stayed in that 20 zone, that half a second zone. There's 50 cars in that race. You're gonna give me that crap when I come in 13th? Whew. All right, there was all that. Oh, Luca. I think I probably could have had him if I hadn't screwed up. But that's not the thing to be focusing on. Man, the lap times were great. Like, really, that was practice paying off, so. I would like to get a good look at the car right now, but unfortunately with the lights the way they are. I'm going to take it back to the pits and then see if we can see anything in the replay, but... Oh, got on the marbles there. If you say so. What were our tires looking like at the end of that? Not bad. So it's just like, there might have been a little heat in them, but it's not that. I think it was just me. I think it was just me being really tight. Yeah, who knows what would have happened. Maybe I would have been in one of those wrecks I saw, so. Oh, but God, that guy on the last lap, like he sent himself into that runoff. I doubt he lost places, but who knows? Like, and it's just so silly. Like, it's so silly. It's so silly for nothing. I mean, I didn't need to pass him either. I think no one else behind me had crossed the line before the leader, but it's just... I wasn't really trying to. I was going to let him have that corner, but he just braked late and sent himself into the wall, so... Wow, look at that shot. That's the fountain. That's like a dolphin outline. You can see the fin here. Okay. Thank you. I saw the GGs, Marco. Let's look at some of these comments, see if there's anything. Which one's my favorite corner? There's a bunch I like, so. Payas? No, it wasn't Payas. It was another guy with that. It was this dude. Oh, stupid. I can't see the names. I'm never going to find him. He had that letter in his name that looks like a B with like a little tail. That's in the German alphabet, but not in the English alphabet. His name was something like Gru, that letter En, you know what I mean? GRU, that character, En. Oh, our old buddy Melody Goen. She had a kind of rough. Here, this guy. No, it wasn't Grubman, it was a Grab Man. Yeah, I have no idea. And this is something that the alphabet can't even handle. That the iRacing alphabet is just completely unable to deal with. Oh gosh, what a race. Yeah, so unnecessary. Silly stuff, man. I hope you liked it, Kofar. That went great. That was, Just open your door, look confused, and left. Oh, was it the mailman did? I wasn't even... I need to watch it on stream. That was one of the craziest things. Yeah, I was talking, and they're like, why aren't they answering the door? Oh my god, that was so funny. What a race. Pretty good result, yeah. I know, the pit limiter, which was kind of the double tap on the pit limiter, and then I turned like a foot too soon on that. On the pit exit here. So stupid, so silly, but it's double SS. So like Grassman, sort of. The one I crashed into 6. Yeah, you know what's crazy about that corner is I thought I had that one pretty figured out. Like, that one's a tricky corner. But I thought I had it figured out. I've had no problems all week with it. I was worried about that turn onto the back stretch. It's like a sharp, well, it's like a 90-degree right, but there's like all those barriers at the edge, so it makes it pretty tight. God, what a race. Yeah, wild. Yeah, and then, but for whatever reason, man, I just kept blowing turn 1 and hitting the wall. I'm glad it didn't end my race. Like, that can really be a race ender. Like, that can force you to get a couple minutes of repairs. And I never had to go in. My steering was, like, good enough, right? The times were there, so. That was a fun one, man. That was a fun race. The mailman, the Rex. All right, let's, I want to go back to this. I don't want to do a ton of replays because I know it's getting kind of late for you, but I want to go back to the first pit cycle. P13, baby. And only 2 cars on the lead lap, so I don't really feel bad about that. These guys are obviously flying. So, I want to go back to... Oh, look at this beautiful car, the Taco Bell. Yeah, see, the front of it looks fine, even though it's all... This was before the pit stop, and I have wheel damage on this side. You can see the crunching. But the car looks pretty much fine. Oh, God, there was someone in the wall here. It's like this track, man. It's like, it has a real post-apocalyptic feel late in the race, and there's just car parts everywhere. And you're constantly driving past, like, backwards cars. Roosevelt, I love you, but the song's a little intense, buddy. Even this one. I need some, like... There we go. That's perfect. Okay. This must be where... Yeah, this is where I go in. So first we'll look at the... The pit stop was great. I nailed my pit stops in general. Except for the one mistake. Even the drive-thru I did pretty well with, so... Okay, look at this. So basically I see a car coming and I wanted to get into the corner before them, because if someone's like side by side with you, whether they're on the same lap or a lap behind or whatever, you're supposed to let them go. So this is the corner, and you can see the blue line here. And I just, like, dude, that's 100% on me. The visibility was not super there, but God, compared to when it was completely dark, impatience, just stupid impatience. That one burns me because it wasn't even a mistake. It was totally under my control. So, but dumb thing to do. I knew it immediately. I knew that was going to be. So you're supposed to go past the cone and then take a sharp right. But Because, yeah, I saw these guys coming, and I was like, I gotta get into this gap in front of them. But it's not like I did it anyway, so. I mean, I did get in there. It's like if I had taken the right path, I would have ended up, like, side by side, so who knows. At this point, I was P29. That's 9:34. But I don't think I'm even really fighting with any of those guys, so I should have just maybe come out behind them and assumed they were all going to pit. Jeez, yeah, like, that's what I'm talking about with a post-apocalyptic feel. So that's a shame. A tough situation, because I did need to get out of the pits. I can see why I was so worried, because letting those 4 cars go by was going to be... That was going to cost me. But I paid a price anyway, so... Oh, man, that was sketch. They were all lapping me at this point, too. That's part of it. I guess they were probably all going to go into the pits, and that's the calculation I should have made, and just waited a pit exit like Callum did for me later. Here, this is stupid. I dove on the inside. I didn't fully go for it, but even so, I should have tried to go wide here. This is dumb. Yeah. It's lucky he didn't spin, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't spin there. That was my dumbest move, even more than the pit exit. This was the stupidest thing I did all race. Looking to the inside, just even showing the nose. Stupid. Stupid and silly. Everything else, though, if that's the worst thing you do in a race, it could be a lot worse. So. But here, this was what I was talking about. Check this out. When we take the corner, there's like a nightmare in front of us. Yeah. Not a very good view there. Let's just go to full cockpit. And he bounced. I thought he was going to bounce off the wall and come and hit me, and I needed to get to the pit exit because I had the drive-through. You only have a certain amount of time to serve that, so I think I maybe had 1 mile left either way. I had to get into the pits, and I thought he was going to hit the gas here and just drive like 90 degrees into the side of my car. How bad did it look, actually? He did wait, so I was fine, but I had to take a sharp cut into the pit lane. What happened to them? How'd they get wrecked? Oh, see, so this is... You can do this, like, you don't want to try and pass on pit exit, on entry, but you can pass on exit. And you can see this guy goes a little wide, so he gets hungry. But the problem is if you pass on pit exit, you need to make sure you stay to the right, because they're going to bounce off the wall and hit you. And that is exactly what happens here. Now, he didn't get it too bad. I think he just... doesn't look good. The Audi is notoriously fragile. But he didn't get it too bad, but it didn't help him. Like, he made the overtake, but at what cost? And then you see me and that guy. Yikes. Alright, let's take a look at the car at the end of the race and see if we can see it in the light at all, but... I'll go back to the stream, maybe. Yeah, you can see the front end doesn't look too bad in the shadow, but you're not getting a great view of it. I'm just going to say it doesn't look too bad. I just didn't beat it up that bad. I hit the wall, but there's a lot of padding there, and I managed to get the car slowed, if nothing else. So. Alright, that's as much analysis I've got in me, dude. Well, thanks, man. Thanks for showing up for this one. That was a wild race. Like, a lot of it, especially that second stint, was just me in the darkness by myself. But there were some weird moments. There were some crazy moments in that race, so... It could have been a little better finish, but it could have been a lot worse finish too. So I'm just gonna keep that in mind. Yeah, that was crazy. The guy behind spun the first time I hit the wall. Like, I think he might have tapped me, so I feel a little bad about that. The audio seemed fine, so if there was issues, that was maybe not on your end, but maybe between me and the stream. But it didn't. sound of monuments. Peach, you okay, buddy? Peach, honey. Oschersleben. Oh wait, let's listen to the. I meant to do this. Peach, buddy. Oh, for God's sakes.
Oschersleben.
Bro, I'm not even close. And also, I'm not sure I can get close.
Oschersleben. Oschersleben.
Oh, dude. I don't have much of a German accent. But I appreciate it nonetheless. At least I know how to say it, even if I can't actually physically do it. 43 minutes. Yeah, I'll go back and check the stream and see if it's something I can fix. And I definitely need to go back and watch the freaking package being delivered. That's the best moment. One of the best moments on any of my streams, frankly. That's incredible. But all right, man. Well, thanks for showing. I'll yeah, especially with me, the older I get, like my mouth is getting like a moister and grosser, and I have trouble with that particular sound. So I'll practice though. See how it goes. Well, all right, man. Let's get the music back on. Oh, I guess I should have done a little I like to do the slow-mo replay at the end. Oh, well, we missed it this time. I think there was enough racing visible, so. You know what I should get is a screen cap of the delivery. I'm going to see if I can track that down. Yeah, you have a great weekend too, man. I'll talk to you later. And to everyone else who's watching the stream, I hope to see you again at another time. Asta, and have a great weekend.